Hello my friends and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. In our last video, we helped out the Groundbreaker quite a bit because we fixed their heating, I was gonna say heating and cooling, but really just their heating problem, their overheating problem actually. Which makes me wonder, how much of a reputation did we get last time? Reputation, we are at 64%. We are friendly. We're on track to being a great employee. But anyway, in today's video, a couple of things I want to do. The first of which is the Empty Man. Yeah, Vicar Max believes the book you retrieved for him in the Emerald Vale holds the key to his enlightenment, and he has requested your help in tracking down someone who can decipher its contents. So the contents were all in French, so we needed to go to the Groundbreaker to find a guy who knows French who could translate this. But if I remember correctly, we had to go into the restricted area in the Groundbreaker security office, put on the holographic shroud, and then read the terminal so we can track down this guy. I feel like it's a very complicated process. But anyway, that's what we're going to try to do today. Let's actually see if this privately Flores.
What can Groundbreaker security do for you today?
Didn't he say something about a tour? Chief Tennyson, question mark.
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
I could use some work. Any pointers?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs.
Okay.
But you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck.
Yeah.
Anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
So I'd really like to get, what can you tell me about Sublight Salvage? I can't remember if I've gone through these. I feel like I must have, but I can't remember it. It wasn't that impressionable.
They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning.
Yeah, now I remember. I need you to explain that, though.
Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed.
Yeah, so they're criminals. But how do they have an office on your promenade deck? Okay, I don't remember this part.
If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. But everyone knows what they're doing, top to bottom.
Okay, so they're working against the Halcyon board?
Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints of the grand plan, even organized crime.
People do what they gotta to get by.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, sure, sorry.
No, it's good information.
Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much and Commandant Sonia's gotta reprimand me again and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this.
How are you a vicar? Like, how are you a vicar? I mean, and I remembered part of that conversation, but not all of it. So anyway, let's see if I can have more questions answered.
That's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Okay, see you around, and let's see if we can get back there now. I'd really like to get back there.
Yeah, I'm getting that, but this area's off limits. I told you.
I know, but...
You have done a lot for us, Captain. I'll talk to the Commandant about scheduling a thank you tour for you. Maybe check back in a few days.
Really? Any chance you'll change your mind?
Well, let me think about it for a minute. No?
You don't sound awfully sure of that.
No.
We got a lot of rules to follow. Hard to remember them all sometimes.
It's fine, I take your meaning. What I'd like to... Yeah, no.
Appreciate it. You being so understanding and all.
Back to my other questions. Do you do, I don't know, tours or something? Let me see if I can get...
What can ground...
I'd like to get back there.
You
Okay, let's see. Come on, Lee. I've done a lot for you all. Why the wait?
All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
I mean, I tried. I could have waited 3 days, but, like, I don't want to wait. I'm impatient. Okay, not restricted anymore. Nice. Let's see. Let's try not to do any shady stuff. No promises.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Okay, don't be so impatient. I want to actually read it. Eject docking records data cartridge, confiscated goods. Okay, detained a freelancer who was cagey about his business, confiscated his personal belongings while he waited for questioning. Modified pistol, jock, hatchet, metal loop, IG. LG? Prayer beads, OSI, locked container, owner refused inspection. He fled before we could get down to it, left his things behind so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never. Okay, security logs. Sublight put a bid on one of our impounds, generous one too, negotiate for the usual finder's fee and then give Lilia her salvage. Brawl at the Lost Hope, freelancers versus board. Freelancers won. Arrested a freighter captain with more bits than brains. Hawthorne ship impounded by order of Udom Bedford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that board snake. Me either. I feel like he didn't really want to, and I don't really want to. But anyway, a guy from the back base roughed up the moon kid. Raving mad warned me that the moon was going to bring about the end times. He was flying high on whatever McRed grows down there. Got a sworn testimony that McRed was spotted at the Rest and Go. Not that anyone will corroborate it. Reminder to keep an eye on Gladys. Okay, let's eject the docking records data cartridge. And I guess that's it.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Well, Max, you're stuck. Let Max. Okay. Don't do anything shady. Well, you know, I'm gonna do some shady stuff. I'm a shady kind of captain. Can you go away, Mardet? He is gonna go away. Let's see, can I close the door? Let's close the door. Save. All right, we've got a few seconds to rob the place.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. Let's get the ammo and stuff. Super fast, super fast, super fast. What is this, a hoop? Okay, sure. Steal OSI prayer beads. Mardet ID cartridge. Cartridge. Where does this go? Oh, okay, perfect. I had a note to come back and unlock this door. Well, now I don't need to. But good to know, you can sneak in back this way if you don't want to talk to people. Or wait for a tour. Oh, that was so worth the persuasion skills to get him here. Okay, so out here we go. Let's talk to, I keep wanting to call him the doctor, but he's not a doctor. He's a vicar.
Got it. His name is Reginald Chaney, and he joined a Sublight Salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook. rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
You hesitated there, Vicar. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
I don't believe you. Yes, all this seems awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okay, I guess we'll go. So we gotta go to Monarch, and that's where I need to go anyway, right? For this passage to anywhere? Right? Let's see. Yeah, we need to go to the Monarch, but we need to go talk to Gladys to get the nav key, to get the salvagers in the sky, and then also do the empty man. So many things require us going to Monarch. Well, since that's all sorted, let's head back to the only place we have left to go, which is Rest and Go. Look at that, I rhymed with the same word. Where's my couple over here that was just hanging out chit-chatting? Where's your friend at, Stiffador? And we came in here in the last video through some back alleyways.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's talk to Milo Ottinger.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
How's life on the Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
Okay. Well, how does the Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Okay. You mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
She's a criminal mastermind, and I kind of like her. Do you do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Am I the creepy girl in the moon mask now? Because I still have my moon mask on and I love it. I think I'm going to leave it on the whole game unless something else better comes along. The monocle is awesome, and I'm tempted to go back to it, but like the moon mask. Can you imagine someone coming at you with an automatic, rifle, shotgun, whatever, and, well, not a shotgun, but anyway, you know what I mean? And they're in a moon mask with a big smiley face on it. It'd be so creepy. Anyway, I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
You are just such a nice, helpful person. Thank you, sir. Oh, God, Parvati, you gotta calm down a little bit. Oh my, these things look. Unlock with key. Do I have said key? Parvati, you coming in? I'm gonna attempt to rob the place from the lady we need help from. Ooh. So many things. Oh, I need to go sell my junk. Desperately, I think, at this point. Rest and Go keycard to unlock. Bummer. Rest and Go keycard. What's this here? Nanners. Parvati. Close the... Parvati. need to find some more rest and go key cards.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo?
Yeah, I remember Auntie
Because
Cleo.
you remember her.
I remember this conversation.
When you were sick, who took your temperature?
It looks like you've sunken into the... That must be a really comfy mattress. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so the guy is in here.
That's who.
Let's see if there's anything to read. Weapon parts. I feel like I'm okay on weapon parts for a bit.
Reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no Mercury in Saturn.
Kind of strange that I can just... Oh, we're by the trash. See, it is worth it coming to the trash areas. I think that's where I need to go. So let's finish exploring down here. That's where... There's the secret passageway. Not so secret, but it was... I thought it was cool. And the toilet with no privacy for showers at all. Or in the toilets. I mean... I don't want to... I mean, I feel like having some privacy when you're going to the potty is not too much to ask for. And apparently in the future, it's not... It's optional. Oh, I like the lights. Very pretty. Rest and go key card is needed. Was that optional downstairs too? Ooh, terminal. We're gonna read that.
I get strange comms chatter every time I fly by Monarch. What's going on down there?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go there, so I can come back and tell you if you want. Let's quick save. Tossball cards. Pay to view movies. Note, pay to view is restricted to diamond level guests, but feel free to peruse our catalog. Entertainment cartridges are available for rent at the main deck. There are currently 0 cartridges in stock. My big canid friend. Synopsis. A lab-grown giant canid grows on an adorable rampage, leading a family of scientists on a wild chase across Emerald Vale. Spending the holiday away from home proves to be a chore, but the family soon realizes that true friends are the monsters you meet along the way. Rated FSR 11 for fun times, simulated rampage, and body count 11. Nanner Spank 7, Primal Affections. Raised by wilderness primals, one man will leave the jungle he knows to explore the one he doesn't, Keystone. He came for Nanner Spank, but stayed for love. Can a young corporate executive collar this creature, or will she awaken the beast within? Rated PACNS for passion, anthropoid, and consensual Nanner Spanking. You know what? I don't need to know. Pay to view serials. No pay to view is restricted diamond level. Okay, there's no cartridges available. So cereal baking with Edna. Synopsis. In this time-honored culinary classic, Chef Edna gives valuable life lessons while she cooks from the book of approved cakes. Learn to maintain a structured kitchen, obey your head chef, achieve a good sponge, and obey your sous chef. Edna is the boss in her kitchen. Now she can be the boss of yours. So we have Space Hospital. If the walls of Orbital Hospital could talk, they'd shriek with terror. These doctors have seen it all. 0G cyst-lancing extraterrestrial teratoma. Next, on a very special episode, in order to trap a chem thief, Dr. Margrave must become a serial arsonist. What? That makes no sense. Don't forget to see Space Hospital's Nights for a steamy suspense. Broderick's Brood. An ordinary colony family daydreams of the extraordinary, while Lucia works in the factory canning processed Borst. Her ham-handed husband cooks up schemes to land her a big promotion. Will that lovable fool ever learn to be satisfied with what he has? Broderick's Brood is a testament to the less is success family lifestyle. It's not. It's not how that works at all. So now we're in guest messages. So from Veritas to Iceman, be careful. One of UB's squealers Came asking after you. Udon Bedford squealers, maybe? Wanted to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like. Tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal chute. Who's Iceman, I wonder? Interested. Okay, from Veritas. Isn't Vera the one downstairs? So Vera to Iceman. Who's Iceman? Space for the ISCC. Icy, been a while since I heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Dashkova right now. Hope it goes well. I got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's just a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing. Just let me buy you a beer. V. And then from Rizzo PR to McRed. Please stop. Mr. McRed, we've reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizzo beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea, the samples you sent us were dangerously hallucinogenic. The opened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Please don't reach out to us again. You know, I'm surprised. I would think the board would like hallucinogenic stuff, you know? I feel like that would be a thing. There's a red dot here. Or triangle, rather. There's two of them. Shh. Let's try it and see. It must be behind the walls. Like where I was at, not yesterday, in the last video. Pre-sliced bread. Isn't that kind of standard? Well, it's not. I guess you can get non-pre-sliced bread now. Okay, that's that. I wanted to check one more thing. To see if...
This is Halcyon News.
Yes.
Regularly scheduled
Okay, it's not
advertisement for the
optional.
following story. Reports from concerned supervisors indicate that rates of time theft are on the rise. We urge all of our listeners to remember that lack of productivity is not a victimless crime. Workers should be on the lookout for slacking and underperformance. Report anyone you suspect of time theft to your supervisor immediately. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Okay, that's happening. Well, all that's done now, so let's save and go and talk to Gladys. So maybe not the one on the emails upstairs. That was Vera or something, but anyway. I wonder if they're getting mad at me. Probably. All right, hi, Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
I feel like this nice little old grandma lady is a total ruse. But anyway, Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000 bits? That's not gonna happen. I tried to upgrade my weapons and gear, and it got expensive really fast, so that was a big mistake. So, no one's ever found my bits lacking before. Any chance of a discounted price since Phineas sent me? Let's try that.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime. Did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune.
Oh.
Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Oh, no. Let's not do that. So tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility.
That's me.
Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
I mean, I no qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
Yeah.
Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Maybe.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Hmm?
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Maybe it's some sort of automated message?
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently.
Okay.
And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
I like your glasses. I want them. Maybe now I like my moon mask more. If it's a corporate town with something to hide, why the SOS? If they're hiding something, won't they be liable to shoot on sight? Probably, but let's ask about the SOS. Maybe that's why.
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Good points. So you need someone to snoop around for you? Yeah, let's go with that one.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
Okay. I like cookies. This sounds shady, no thanks. Well, no, you can count me in! Exclamation point.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Okay, well, let's see what she has for sale.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh. Well, I leveled again. Sell my junk. That didn't do as much as I'd hoped. Okay, so let's see. What does she have to sell? Ooh, a fancy pistol. Salvager's Helper. Okay, nope, new gear. Okay. Buy mag locks and stuff, but I think you guys said not to do such things. Hephaestus Mining Archive Cartridge. This data cartridge contains the public records of Hephaestus Mining's outpost on Scylla. It can be viewed using the captain's terminal and the unreliable. Like accounting figures, most companies kept two sets of data records, public and private. Wildcat miners often purchase the public records of failed mining outposts, hoping to uncover details on remaining ore veins that are too small for a corporation to consider profitable. Huh. Battered Mardet datapad. An old datapad once used by the Groundbreaker's Mardet security forces from the accumulated dust and grime. This hasn't been accessed for over a decade. Down on their luck, smugglers will often purchase old datapads in the hope of finding clues to forgotten cache of goods they can sell. Let's buy both these. So the old datapad contained incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of the simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. August 7th, 2344, responded to a code ID 10T. idiot, ID10T. I worked at a software company for a while, and we would always talk about ID10T errors. So anyway, responding to a code ID10T at the Lost Hope, Vera asked us to bounce back some Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of Engineer Tennyson's people. We tossed the rung leech back down to the base. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. If this is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sanita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with the rung leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity piker crawled out of the back base without us noticing. Locked himself into the repair bay off the docking slip 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon chaotic beauty or some shit while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. Whole head's gotta come out eventually. Not sure what that's all about. Well, let's get the Hephaestus mining one as well. Oh, I guess I can't read that here. Ah, weapons from the void updated. Science weapon on the Groundbreaker. Okay. And then we have to go to Phineas's lab to get a science weapon and then review the Hephaestus mining. Okay. All right. But first, let's see. We got a passage to anywhere. So we need to purchase a nav key. But first we had to do something else. Gladys is willing to sell you a nav key, or we have to go do this job investigating distress signal on Terra 2. Did I get another quest for that? The distress signal, okay. Gladys is giving you a copy of a distress signal from Terra 2. Someone in Roseway, a supposedly abandoned Auntie Cleo outpost, is requesting help. If there are corporate operations hiding there, it's likely you'll be able to find some valuable data to sell back to Gladys. The distress signal has nav key coordinates embedded in it. Play it on your ship so Ada can get the Roseway landing pad. Okay. All right, let's level up. Let's see, let's do a couple more leadership. Let's do... I feel like my guns are just so far behind everybody else. But let's keep my dialogue up, stealth up. And I feel like I have to start picking. Like, I want to do leadership. I want to kind of get that as max as possible. Because, like, your companion skill bonus to players goes up a whole lot. We get crit hit chance when they kill people for me. Their cooldowns go down. And then determination. Huh. Companions kill an enemy, they gain 50% health. I feel like this is going to be good because I feel like my companions are doing most of my damage for me. So I'm thinking leadership, hack and lockpick when I get up to 50, I think it said. And then persuade and lie. I don't know if I'm going to go the intimidate route. I think I'll go persuade and lie route. And then I'd like to just get it up to long guns, but it's taken a while. It's taken a long while, but it's okay. There's no rush, right? Well, it seems like we are apparently done for the foreseeable future, or for right now, not the foreseeable future, but right now on the Groundbreaker. It's like Vegas in space. I love it.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Yeah.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
No. I don't. Considering people die in tossball, I don't think I really want to. No, thank you. All right, let's go find Ada on the ship and then head on out of here, it seems like.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into Groundbreaker?
You kidding? The chief wouldn't let a couple hundred board troops in here.
I just figured there's so many people on them. They gotta get out and stretch their legs sometime.
Well, they can do that on the board's own dirt and breathe up the board's own air.
Well, I think that she doesn't want them to come here because they could get off with all their guns and take over. Oh, I'm going the long... Who's...
Hey, you got a second?
Yeah? Why are you by my ship?
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Why? I don't appreciate being stalked. I don't appreciate being stalked, but you're pretty eager to throw him with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Okay. Felix, consider this your interview.
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
What's the value of pie? Are you any good in a fight?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise.
Okay. What's your biggest flaw?
Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
I don't know if I'm an idiot or not. I would like to think not, although she is kind of an idiot. Anyway, intelligence. What's the value of pie?
It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust, maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
Sounds good. That sounds good, actually. Okay, perfect. You're hired. I guess another companion. Sure.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
Well, we'll see you at the ship, Felix.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
I don't think that's how. Felix can now join the party. Okay. I don't have a tab for Felix yet. Okay. Let's go on my ship and talk to... Oh, I've also got... What's her name to talk to? Ellie. Right? I've acquired poster. Quote poster. You've acquired the modern steel wrenching you. Okay. You've acquired OSI prayer beads. Oh. Decorations for my companions, right? You've acquired PD. Anything else I've stolen that's now decorations? A hoop. A hoop. Huh. I don't see anything in here. But all of Parvati's stuff is upstairs usually. Right? Nope. Looks the same. All right, for Parvati, we had to talk to her when we were back on the Unreliable. So let's do that.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure. Is the ship about to blow up?
What? No. If it were, I'd be hollering loud enough to wake the dead. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages, I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it, because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
Well, would you say it comes from the heart?
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda.
Well, the crew needs you. You should focus on your work. Okay, let's crush Parvati into the ground. No, I don't think so. It does sound like she likes you.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it.
Okay.
It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
You're not cold. You're just, you're a nice lady. I like you, Parvati. See, about the warmest person I've ever met, to hell with them. That's a good option. Could just be nerves. It could be. Everybody's different. Don't worry about it. That sort of thing's plenty nice, but it's not everything. That's, oh gosh, these are all good options. I'm gonna go with the first one because I think Parvati's a nice person. She's socially awkward and nervous, and I can understand that. Poor girl.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabelle? Who's Isabelle?
Oh, wow, that went downhill fast. You're looking a little rough. Is everything okay? Obviously not.
They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close, not anymore?
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Sure, if that's what you want. You said you don't drink. Will you be all right? Wouldn't it be easier to talk to her about this Isabelle person? Again, all of these are really good options. Drinking solves everything. Well, not everything. But, you know what? Let's just go with the second one. If that's what you want, the next time we hit the Groundbreaker, drinks are on me.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Okay. So update on that one is to talk to Parvati, take Parvati to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. Well, we'll do that the next time we come back from doing quests. I don't want to do that right now. Let's go upstairs and see what other stuff I might have up here. Do I have anything new in my room? Doesn't look like it. But let's drop off some of these fancy weapons so I don't accidentally scrap them. And oh look, I've got a game set here. I don't remember that being here before. Was it here before? Probably was here before.
Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you, I mean.
Thanks, Ada. Okay, so messages for Heather. We'll look at that in a second. So search Hephaestus mining archive cartridge for keyword weapon. So keyword search results. Result number 1, from the site supervisor's personal logs, the captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranges the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech or a weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Result number 2, from the site safety officer's incident report. Doc Caulfield couldn't save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. Figure the least the site supervisor can do is fill out the forms for whatever that damn thing is. Don't know how I'm going to detain Harris. Not like we got prison cells on this rock. Result number 3, from Barber's coronary inquest. Given name Lemuel, family name Harryford, employment status indenture, contract term 35 years, 2 months, 16 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes approximately. Remaining, oh my gosh. Time of deceasement, 18 to 27 hours. Approximate cause of deceasement, blunt force trauma. Weapon unknown, took a good whack to the noggin. The facial area to be specific about it. It's all twisted up, 2. Nose is 5 times too big. Jaw is shrunk to almost nothing. Teeth are all out of kilter, though I suppose that was true pre-deceasement. If the blow itself didn't kill him, there's no way he could have breathed with all that damage. The Rearranger. Ew. Oh. Quest, let's see. Weapons from the Void. Groundbreaker science weapon. Acquire the science weapon on Skilla. After reviewing the data archive from the Hephaestus mining outpost on Skilla, you learned that a powerful weapon was used to kill one of the miners. Search the outpost for the weapon. Okay. Well, I've got to update Ellie and Felix. We'll do that in a minute. But I have messages, apparently. From E. Blaine. Esther Blaine. Heather. This is just to let you know that I've given out the request of that you-know-what to the you-know-whos. Sorry for the secrecy. You never really know who's reading these things. I appreciate you giving me the time of day. You risked your neck heading into that community center. I'm grateful, but I also appreciate it if you never told them a soul about our business. I like my job and I should like to keep it. Okay, Esther Blaine was, if I remember correctly, she was the one in Edgewater who I gave the medicine to her to pass out to a bunch of people versus to the one hypochondriac guy, right? Although, how does everybody know I'm Heather now all of a sudden? So from Junlei to Parvati, a poem. Parvati, I don't do this ever, so here goes. Oh, okay. Let's read the poem. There's this engine, see, and it hums real nice, like a box of cats playing with mice. But she's coughing and hacking up sludge because there's a blockage that just won't budge. What's an engine to do? Then this wrencher strides in like a shark, hair all done up and fancy and dark. She feels a spasm in her compression alternator, trembling because it's aching to meet her. What's an engine to do? I've got, 5 more stanzas mapped out, but I'm having trouble rhyming some of the parts, so I'll get back to you on that. Okay. About the talk we had. This is also from Junlei to Parvati. Why am I getting these messages? I feel like I'm invading her privacy, but oh well. We were talking about old friends, you know, and I got to thinking about Isabelle. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. We were a mess, a good mess, but a mess. I'm a better me than I was then, wanted you to know, even when I drink too much of the old family recipe. You're pretty swell, party tea, oh dear. Damn you, Insta spell check, meet my wrench. Too tired, just gonna put my head down for... She fell asleep. That was a pretty awful poem, I gotta say. Who's wandering around down here? It's Felix. What are you doing?
Good to see you, boss.
Hi. So how did you end up on the Groundbreaker?
Didn't I tell you?
No.
I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays.
And then you were raised by a pack of sprats, right?
That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. Always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
So were you one of those guys like the squatters that we found that one like little behind all the, you know, the back passageways thing we found in the last video? I wonder if that's what he means. But anyway, you were a stowaway.
That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kindlier than rung leech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the Groundbreaker.
So how did you manage?
Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
Okay, I get it, but like, don't you think eating is more important than your angriness? So, yeah, right, the incident with the tossball stick.
Could be I was overreacting.
You think?
A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it.
I mean, I get it. I really do. But like, if you're in a bind to where if you don't have this job and you don't eat, then what long-term, what purpose does it serve? I don't know. I just kind of, yeah, you could have been a bit more diplomatic about it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, in theory. But I wouldn't have felt half as good.
Yeah.
I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
And starving, potentially? Yeah. If I hadn't picked you up, you'd be in a prison cell, potentially. Yeah, you can thank me by not getting into any more trouble. Maybe let's just start there. If anyone's going to make the trouble, it's going to be me, okay?
That's just crazy talk. You know we'd never have a problem.
I doubt that.
Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
I feel like we're going to have problems.
Good to see you, boss.
Okay, never mind. I just feel like, I mean, you seem, I know I've been knowing you for like 2 seconds, but you seem fine, but a little hot-headed, not thinking of the long-term ramifications of your decisions that you make. All right, let's try to find, Ellie, maybe. Oh, I gotta... Where is that noise coming from? Oh! It's a little robot. Oh, it's so cute. Where's the book I found her? Modern Steel Wrenching You. Huh. It's so cute. I want the little robot to travel with us. All right, there's a Vicar. Okay, here's the beads that I stole. Contemplative beads. Well worn, these beads have been used often to contemplate the 6 pillars of scientism. Survival of the fittest, nature abhors equality, the strong survive and the weak perish, for the betterment of the whole. Determinism, we are all molecular machines, the body is a collection of atoms, the mind is a consequence of chemical reactions, our lives are therefore predestined along with a path that is only visible in retrospect. Empiricism, the only real knowledge is that which we can observe, quantify, and measure for ourselves. Scientific experimentation is the only way to understand the elaborate blueprint of the universe. Stoicism, reason, not emotion, is the seat of morality. Wisdom means accepting the vicissitudes of life with grace and dignity. Teleological order, all the things have a reason for existing and a purpose to fulfill. The purpose of humanity is to eventually unlock and solve this universal equation. And finally, patronage of science. The purpose of humanity is realized through scientific achievement. Advancement in science and technology bring humanity closer to fulfilling its role in the cosmos. Okay. I mean, you do you, but it doesn't really sound like my thing. What's the book? I want to see what the book is. Oh, okay, it's not a book. It's just stuff. Felix's journal. Figured I should start writing my thoughts down just in case I ever start losing my mind. Felix. Okay. So this is Felix's room. Tossball poster signed by 2 of the greatest players in the league, Syrian and Cameron Fraser. In praise of arson, this contraband collection of essays by anonymous anarchists calls for a total destruction of the corporate establishment and the apparatus of oppression. The book looks like it's never been opened. Thank God. Dissident Hunters Special Edition. Can Agent Khan rescue Auntie Cleo from the clutches of the weekenders? Mechanical Engineering. Felix brought this book with him from the Groundbreaker. It looks unopened. And...
Maximillian. Vicar. Vicky.
What?
Shoot, I forgot. It'll come to me.
All right, well, this room is still empty, so one more companion to come, but this looks like it's Ellie's room. Mysterious bottle of hooch for disinfecting equipment. Probably. Or probably not. Terra 1 poster, the most Earth-like planet ever discovered. Bullet-Riddled leather jacket. It's, quote, distressed. Okay. Trauma kit, scissors for gauze, scalpels for wounds, and handheld laser wands for a flawless complexion. We have lotion, steady hand. Okay. I love all the like little bits and bobs that are getting added as we find people. It's really cool. All right, well, I think this is where we're going to end things for today. On Saturday, we'll come and talk to Ellie, wherever she wandered off to, the Vicar, do a bit more exploration maybe to see if there's anything else new added to our ship, and then we will head out to, where am I going? I'm going to Roseway, which reminds me, I think the cleaning machine also had parts to pick up on Roseway, so we'll do that as well. What's my Codex have? I think it's all the stuff that I just read. And then let's click all these off before I forget. And then I need to level up Ellie, and then I also need to level up Felix, but I'll do that next time, or I'll do that before I start the video. But anyway, that's the plan for Saturday, and we'll go from there. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Saturday with another new Outer Worlds video.